This is the garden party, and we want a garden party with you. We talk about the plants we grow and some things you might not know. The garden party.
Welcome back to the garden party. It is Wednesday night here in Texas. How are y'all doing? That was my strip club DJ voice. How are y'all doing this evening? Texas garden guy here.
I was going to go with minor league baseball team.
So like Bob Euchre. We got Phil and Texas garden guy over here in Texas today. And so a surprise for everybody.
I hopped over a time zone.
Yes, he is with me here. And I do appreciate some of the clothing we got here this evening. Josh, what is going on, dude? Introduce yourself, brother.
All right. Excited to be here today talking about fruit trees, plants of all sorts. I may not be your favorite plant dad or real dad, but I am the best cat dad. And so I put my cats above my plants sometimes. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. Can't wait to talk all about gardening.
Definitely want to hear about the cat carnage.
You can't leave Izzy out of the mix, though.
Yeah, she's here, not just in spirit. So she's here as well.
She's so cute.
We'll give her a break tonight on the garden party.
Very well behaved. Very well behaved.
You can never do that with a cat.
No.
Yeah, she's just all right.
Except maybe Jinxie.
Awesome. Des, how are you doing? Happy to have you back this week. What's going on?
Hello. Oh, you know what? A lot of school is going on. I'm doing so much schoolwork. I had a 5-page paper due this week. I got some labs to start. I had like an exam last Friday, 3 of them. It was a lot, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do they know if you're using ChatGPT or not? That's the real question.
They know, they can tell. I mean, like, honestly, if they give you an assignment, right, and everybody has sort of the same assignment, and then everybody's paper starts to look surprisingly similar, it's pretty clear that people have used ChatGPT. So I'm sure that they can tell. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, how are the people going to write papers nowadays? Because everything I write goes through ChatGPT, basically. Kind of. No, it's updated. It's a lot of times. But yeah, I was wondering how they actually catch that. But
yeah,
they
do.
5 pages is a lot.
Yeah, well, and this one was actually a comparative summary using generative AI to write a summary, and then you had to write the summary of 2 different articles. Like, you had to rephrase it. And so they're not like, they're not naive to the fact that people use it, and they recognize that it's a tool that people will use going forward. They're just trying to, I don't know, make sure that people aren't plagiarizing it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Develop your own voice is what they say.
Your own writing voice, 100%. I can see that.
Yeah.
Like, because if you could take scientific literature articles, and like, it's not easy when in science, like condensing writing all the way down to something as straightforward as possible, and then taking all those facts and then presenting an opinion on something and trying to eloquate it as your own language. So I can see why they did that.
Yeah. I mean, yes, totally. 100%.
I like it. Well, someone who uses no AI ever on any of his content. What's up, Phil? I've got another Phil in the house tonight. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, and that is definitely not a true statement.
It's
definitely become a part of everyone's life.
You're an AI avatar right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
This is your AI.
Yeah, this isn't actually me. I'm not actually here.
I'm
doing fantastic though. Thanks for having me on again. It's always a good time.
Dude,
Always.
It's always a pleasure. We can have 2 Phils in the podcast. You know, it's especially one that's so close to me who radiates a lot of body heat. He runs hot.
I run warm.
He runs warm.
High metabolism.
High metabolism.
Have you seen him? He's ready to go. Like, if you get him anywhere near like a skateboard or some sort of electronic bike or whatever, I feel like if you give him a surfboard and a
I'm
wave,
a high energy neutron star.
Yeah.
Dense and warm. Actually, Phil, we were just talking as I was complimenting you because you're one of my favorite creators, because you also juggle the parenthood aspect of things while also just like managing not just all the plants, but all the chickens too, and all the creatures, and your garden always thrives. So I always aspire to like, I even have the notes on how you did your raised garden bed video. I still have those on a sticky note for when I can finish them. But
That's awesome.
mad
I
respect.
appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, I gotta just embrace the chaos is what it's come down to at this point. But just, incorporating everyone into everything that we love to do, and hopefully it sticks,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know you've done some videos where chickens have gotten into your raised beds. What is like your number one preventative for keeping them out? I guess keeping them in the pen, probably, right?
We actually have 7 new chicks right now that we raised this year. So they're only a few months old, and they're very flighty, and they're getting everywhere and destroying everything. So we are actively trying to figure that out, but they actually stay out of the garden. And something that I think works really well is not putting any type of perch. So we have our whole garden is fenced in, and what I don't have is a perch or like anything that can jump on at the top. It's just the wire that goes all the way around.
Got it.
And it seems like if they can't jump up and perch, they won't try to make the jump.
Got it.
Yeah. So I actually see, because I have a gate, but my cat frequently jumps on the gate and down, but I haven't seen my chickens jump into the garden.
Got it. I had a question actually, because my neighbors have chickens, and they actually got chicks when one of the hens became broody, and they used it to their advantage. I don't know if you ever have you ever tried that?
Yeah. We've actually we haven't actually hatched out chicks with a broody hen, but we have given a broody hen chicks to get her to not be broody anymore.
Did it work?
Yeah, it works.
It does work.
Yeah, we've done it a couple times. Yeah. Unfortunately, the one time we gave some chicks to one of the hens, she was not very good mom, and let's just keep it as that.
Dang it. That not all hens are created equally.
They're not.
Motherhood.
They are not.
So true.
Yeah, our one hen, she's so special. Bless her, Georgie.
I was watching your video on clipping the wings, and I was like, is he gonna do this live? Is he really gonna show like I thought that clipping the wings was literally like clipping some part they're never gonna get back. But when you showed it, I was like, oh, it's like a haircut. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like your nails. It's keratin, right? It's like the same thing as like fingernails, pretty much.
Very much. Yeah. And they have feathers, so as long as you do it right, they'll grow back. If you take too much off, though, it can be bad.
Yeah.
You can actually like if you cut a cat's nails and they have like that, I don't know, wouldn't want to call it a vein, right?
It's a quick.
The quick, yes.
Yeah.
Very similar. So you're like, the feathers have something similar in there. So you don't want to take too much off.
Yes.
Got it.
I don't clip my chickens. I've never clipped the chicken's wings.
You have some old chickens though. I don't think that even if they could fly, I don't think they would.
They can, and they would.
Yeah.
But they don't really want to go anywhere, truly, for the most part. I always use like this rolled picket fencing to keep mine out of like the pollinator garden and stuff, especially while it's young. And that always worked well for me because, like you said, they don't want to jump on something they can't perch on. And that looks really spiky to them. So I always called it my chicken digging deterrent system.
I'll have to try that.
It's like these
That's good.
rolled cedar picket fences that you can get from Lowe's, actually.
Yeah.
And they last for years. I have some that are like 7 or 8 years old, and they're still going strong out there.
Nice. How tall are the pickets?
They're not that tall. I mean, they're like 2.5 foot tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to try it out.
I've used it in my raised beds. It's kept them out. Like even just sticking bamboo stakes in there randomly, they won't try. I don't know, but that's just mine haven't.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I really wanted to focus on fall planting this year. So that way everything can establish. So when the chickens start coming out and foraging again, they're not just digging up all the fresh plants. That's always a problem.
That's all.
Yes.
I bet, man. How's your fall planting going?
Yeah, what's your growing zone?
7B, 8A, like on the border. I consider myself 7B.
Yeah.
Got it.
Even with the change. But we'll see how this winter goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, guys, it's still really hot here. And dry.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's hot here in Texas. I was like, oh yeah.
It was like 100 degrees, it felt like.
I'm about 4 hours south of Phil in Wilmington, and I thought it was still warm, and I got here and I was like, nope, it's finally cooling off in Wilmington. This is still hot here.
We were
Yeah,
also
especially after that hurricane came through, like it really dropped the
Yeah.
temperatures a lot.
It dropped a
Big
lot.
time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
it didn't help to, like, so I picked Philip from like North Houston, and instead of coming straight back south of Houston, we went to go places inside of Houston, like in the city area where it's like a lot of concrete, and so it was
The heat island effect.
that heat island effect downtown Houston was warm.
I was like, dang, I am wearing pants.
I was like, I didn't think you were wearing pants, man. You know,
I was on an airplane.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to a place called Joshua's, and they have like a lot of native plants, and they also have rocks.
Oh my gosh.
I had to take. He's a
You get a
geologist.
cool
so I took
rock?
him- show-
Justin's like, I got a geologist with me. I'm like,
Come
I'm a
on.
soft rock.
Rock
Soft
out,
rock
rock out
geologist.
for us. Let's see that. Come
Yeah,
on.
Let's see this
but-
rock.
So they have,
So
ge-
attached
they have
to
Did you put a face on it?
no. So they have geodes, right? You can pick up a geode, and like depending on the size, is what you pay. So this is like a
Everybody loves a good
$25 geode.
We had a great date today.
Yes.
Like we went,
Oh
we
my
picked out a
gosh.
geode and we split it and we each took half.
Yes.
And look at this.
That is so
Whoa.
romantic.
Never. Oh, we had the
Oh.
biggest bromance. Look at this.
Oh, I love it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Smoky amethyst
beautiful.
in there.
Yes. So
And-
I got a rock, and he's got one.
I got
Yeah, I
some
wonder how-
labradorite. I got some hematite. I got some.
Ooh.
The hematite's great because that iron makes it dense. And look at this belt; it's unadjusted.
That's cool.
It looks
I
like a
always
grill.
wondered how those
Gorgeous.
geodes form. I wish there was somebody that was educated in geology that could explain that to us here.
We have talked about
I
it like
would
2 or
not
3
know who
different
that would be.
times, and like I don't think anybody really knows. It's I don't know.
The slower the cooling of rock, especially igneous rock, the larger the crystals can get.
I
Right.
love it.
So you look at, so I take that back to granite. So granite's formed on like subduction zones and then eventually gets pushed up to the surface later. Or you look at something like basalt, which pops out of a volcano. Well, basalt and granite, they're not minerals, they're rocks because they're composed of multiple minerals. They actually are composed of a lot of the same material. And so one has a slower cooling process, the one that's granite. And the basalt has a quicker cooling process. So the crystals of that are much smaller. And that's why you don't see the beautiful formations you would have. But it's all the same. composition.
Love it when Phil gets nerdy. That's my favorite thing. Do you know? Okay, I saw something this week that I wanted to tell you guys. This is directed mostly at, he's going to love this. I saw somebody say that a fossil is the stone's remembering of an organism.
Yeah, because it's no longer the calcium carbonate. It's just the
Yeah.
and then
It's
it mineralizes
the stone
inside of it.
remembering the organism that died.
Wasn't Han Solo frozen in calcium carbonate?
Just
Yeah.
carbonate. I think it was
Just
straight.
Carbonite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carbonite.
Trapped
yeah.
in it.
We all know that.
I still don't understand how you.
If you were listening to this podcast, we are all nerds.
All right, so Phil, what do you nerd out about? Like, what is the topic that you're like, okay, I totally nerd out on this. There's got to be one.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know. I've definitely taken the gardening thing to a new level.
Brassicas. Let's go.
So
Um,
say we all.
I don't know.
Do this.
Yeah, I kind of actually like investing in finance as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
What fall plants like in the garden are you investing in right now? Like what do you
Ooh, investing.
invest-
Onions, 100%.
I actually was going to
also
ask, what
garlic
do you think
pretty
about
soon.
Quiver Quant? And
Quiver Quant. I've never heard of it.
oh, they just track all the politicians' investing tactics. So they
Oh,
know.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not that kind of investor. I just think money is interesting. That's all.
What is my girl Nancy buying today? You know,
I'm serious.
I don't think I could even keep up with that.
Don't worry, they created some.
I don't have the buying power.
algorithm bots to do that, so you can actually follow the trend at least. So
Yeah.
I've heard
I'm
about that.
I'm
Yeah.
interested in investing in dirt, soil, plants,
mycorrhizae.
earth,
Yes.
nails, and
fertilizer, compost.
So Phil, you were talking about the fall garden. What's going on in it right now?
onions.
Onions.
Yeah, onions for sure. Onions, garlic pretty soon. I actually planted my fall garden probably the latest I've ever planted it, just based off of the weather.
Right.
Like I have my calendar that I like to keep. I guess that's something I nerd out about. I like my systems that I've made. And I have a planting calendar that I've can just basically plug in some numbers and it automatically prints out everything for me, which is
That's
awesome.
That's awesome.
Nice.
and I like waited 3 weeks past those dates to actually plant anything. So, but
What
we've
prompted
got
that delay. The warm
really the
temps?
weather.
Yeah.
The weather, yeah, was mainly, and just like things were still growing so well in the garden, I didn't want to rip them out because I just succession plant. So I take something out, put something in.
Right.
Learned that a lot of that from Charles Dowding. Actually, I try to follow like what he does in regards to like follow ups because he's obviously super successful. Even though I'm not necessarily doing no dig, he's proven to be successful. So, but yeah, we've got peas, cabbage, beets, carrots, lettuce, whole 9 yards going.
I am super jealous. It
Yeah.
is still too hot for me to grow anything, and it has not rained in Austin again in forever. Forever.
I totally get it. And we didn't get rain until the last hurricane came through for a month and a half. And it was insane. I've never seen how like it this dry here before. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a long time for us.
That was a long stretch until those hurricanes came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of rain from the hurricane? We only got like an inch. I was sort of surprised.
We got well, I'm like more on the coast, so even the bands got us, which was good. We really needed it. But not this past one. Not this past one that just came through. It was just windy.
Man, those
Wilmington got
hurricanes
it.
were wild because they were magnetized towards each other, and that one big one just took the other one and dragged it off with it.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't want any bad impacts from hurricanes, but man, that rain.
Yeah.
We need rain
Yeah.
so bad.
It's been crazy.
It
Yeah.
has
Crazy.
been.
It's been
I
really
like-
wet.
I was in Austin. I was in San Antonio last week, Des, and I wanted to give a shout out to a place called Paula Natives. They
Ooh.
do exclusively Texas native plants, and they work with the San Antonio water. It's like I forget what it's called, SALP or whatever, and they do a plan where like if you plant a list of like native plants, like if you select these, they give you like a rebate from the San Antonio Water Authority.
Nice.
So that's really cool because someone just posted on Instagram on the live stream that it hasn't rained in 23 days in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
telling you,
It's a long time.
Really been a while since we've had any rain, and it is still too warm. And I was just seeing that I think we're going to get another heat wave this coming week.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yay!
We do an interesting program here where if somebody cuts down a Bradford pear tree, they'll give you a native tree to replace it with because they're so
awesome.
invasive.
And a high five.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say they ship them
They're
to
terrible
Vikram's
trees.
house. Every time they cut one, every time they cut down a
Trees.
Bradford tree, they ship them to Vikram's house and plant them in his front yard.
Oh my
No.
gosh!
He's not a
Trash
fan.
trees.
Vikram is not a fan of them at all.
They're the worst trees ever, and they're planted.
They are the
everywhere.
worst. They're terrible. They're weak trees.
They smell bad.
They smell
They do smell
bad.
bad.
And they
I mean,
only look interesting one small moment out of a year, in my opinion. I don't know. They're just a waste. There are so many better native trees we could be growing.
Yeah. The main reason why they started planting those was for interference of power lines because they could control them,
Yeah,
like
they're
how big they
smaller.
grew.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're
That's
not that
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's get rid of them.
yeah. Get rid of them. Get rid.
Sauce.
No,
That's
I've
it.
heard that you can graft onto them certain pears. Certain varieties will take. So I've thought about like doing some grafts on some Bradford pears around here. But
Oh, that would be
Interesting.
not worth it.
not worth it. No. Very, very so much so.
Just plant a fig tree, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yes.
Phil, how did your figs go? You had great success with your Chicago
Yeah.
Hardy.
Oh, the Chicago Hardy fig. I think this is year 4, and it was amazing. Like the figs were just so big and fat,
I
even
saw
with
that.
like
You were
not
just
having
pumping
rain.
out figs, yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't even keep up with them. And it's like
Oh my gosh.
I was trying to keep up with them as best I could because as soon as the bugs get to them, especially the beetles, like the big green beetles, I don't know the name of them, but as soon as they find them, it's over. So you just got to keep picking them and picking them and picking them. And then we have the second round of like the new green growth is just starting to produce, which is like half-size figs, but it's still better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are those like iridescent looking green beetles? Are those like the Japanese ones?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like the iridescent green, and they're big. Like they're the size of like my thumbnail easily.
I think they're the Japanese beetles. I think those are.
Yeah.
They might be we have Japanese beetles too, but they're like, I would say they're 2 to 3 times the size of a Japanese beetle.
I thought
I could try to find a picture of one.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
Do they go for the eye of it, or do they eat the side? I'm just curious.
They eat the side.
They probably just go to town on it.
They go for the meat.
Yeah, they do, and they're everywhere. So that's actually one of the times where I try to let my chickens out, and I'll just go with my pruners and I'll cut the fig off, and they'll just boom, 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 and just pick them all off.
Well, I watched a video with Stony Ridge, and he'd had some bags that he was using to attract them, because if you kill them, apparently they let out like a pheromone, and it just attracts more beetles to come to the spot where you smashed them.
Interesting.
Like a stink bug.
And it's not
it was that one right there. Yeah.
This one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get big.
They're huge. Yeah, they're huge. They're like.
Why they gotta be so pretty though?
Were they going after anything else, or was it just the figs?
Nope, just the figs. Yeah. And I don't see them. I don't see them all year until the figs.
Just green June bugs.
I'm saying.
They are cool looking though.
Yeah.
So pretty.
I like seeing them on the internet. I don't like seeing them in my backyard.
Yeah. Especially because they're going to lay the larva and everything too.
Well, speaking of this warm weather, and you were talking about
bugs.
it, I did a second round of tomatoes, and I got advice from Anthony Millennial Gardener to do it. And now he did determinate varieties, but I just had indeterminates, and I seeded them in end of August, and they're kicking butt right now. And they just started flowering, so I'm excited for getting this like fall thing of tomatoes, because I grew up in the Northeast, so it was like you just did your one round of tomatoes. And now that I live in the Southeast, I'm like, wait, I'm gonna do this twice. I think it's even better now. So we'll see.
Did you do San Marzano or?
I did pink Brandywines. I did purple Cherokees, because these are what I had seeds of, and I did one more, and then some super sweet cherries. Okay. I just was. This year has been the year of seeds for me and soil blocking. So I've been trying to practice with succession planting, practicing my timing of everything. So we're seeing how things work, shake out.
It always changes too, honestly.
Right. But I'm really pulling, like, I went with the tomatoes are coming in. I had bush beans where I put the tomatoes in. So I'm hoping they can do an exchange, because I didn't rip out the roots of those. And then I tried some new okra varieties. The Star of David okra were awesome. They're extra fat, and they were just so delicious. So I had those with some red okra and some other, what's the spineless one that's pretty popular?
Clemson?
Yeah. But the Star of David, fantastic. But all of this was from seeds. So
The Star of David gets a little wider, right? A little bit wider.
really wide. I felt like they're
like
twice
fat.
as wide.
Does it get woody?
Short.
Does it get woody real quick if you let it get to like? I've noticed with some of those fatter ones, like
It will. You got to pull them to it.
Yeah.
And here's
What's
what
your favorite way
I
to eat
tried.
them?
Long.
Yeah.
What I tried was I have to cook the onions down, right? So I do onions, okra, tomatoes, peppers, and I added the woody ones with the onions first, and so they just spent some extra time cooking them down, and it actually helped a lot. And then I would add the softer okra later on. Something to try. That was the experiment, and it worked. So we'll see.
My favorite way to eat okra is to just pan fry it with a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, and some corn flour, and let it blacken up and salt it. It's so good that way. It's very basic. It's not like as heavily breaded, but that's the way my grandmother always made it. And she would literally we would go to the farmer's market, and she would buy bushels and bushels, and she would cook so much okra. And we would have the whole family would come over and just eat like okra and corned beef hash. I don't know why we put those two things together, but we did.
I accept.
That sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing.
So good.
I would eat that.
Phil flew in this morning at like 10 o'clock, and it's actually my wife's birthday. And so he made dinner for me and my wife tonight.
You did?
Yes.
That's impressive.
That's so sweet.
I try, like, I mean, we're going to go out to some more nursery and stuff tomorrow. I'm sure we'll film some stuff. But like just today, we kind of just chilled, had some bro time without the cameras out, and like just kind of enjoyed some bro time,
100%.
And he cooked amazing dinner. Like what was the pasta called with that spiral looking?
The fusilli.
fusilli.
I love
A bunch of stuff I never
fusilli.
had before.
But it's a different fusilli. Like it looks like a loaded spring versus the classic fusilli, which is just the twisted.
Mhm.
And I got you with some
Italian
sausage mixed with spinach and pesto. And those four ingredients came out great.
The bread.
Sounds amazing.
I introduced you to pecorino cheese.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Pecorino
gosh.
Romano.
Delicious.
And then
Some cherry tomatoes we put in like a little.
what did we do with the cherry tomatoes?
We roasted them in the oven with some salt and olive oil, and then he took them and smeared them on the garlic bread.
And smeared them on the garlic bread. You waited till those tomatoes broke.
A taste of Italy.
Just simple
All right.
ingredients.
You need to stop. You're making me really hungry right now.
We were so full. And
Not there.
then we had birthday cake, which was tiramisu. So like,
Oh
Ooh,
my
nice.
gosh.
Beautiful.
along with
Do you
Wow.
have some red wine too?
we did have some Italian red wine.
We got some Chianti.
Some Chianti.
Chianti, yes.
I've never had any Chianti.
I love Chianti.
It's good.
And
Chianti.
so I was like, do you want Montepulciano or you want Chianti? And he was like,
Oh, Montepulciano is like
I was
my
like,
favorite.
This is Texas. I don't know what you're saying right now.
I love Montepulciano wine, and I
You're in the
have
gabagool.
gotten Jeremy into. I've gotten Jeremy into it the last couple of years too. He really loves it. We're like
oh, yeah.
fiends for it. That sounds so good, Phil.
I could sit there and eat the cheese just by itself.
Honestly, this was something really cool that I got to share. Like, this is a home cooked meal that it's a way for my kids to eat healthy because they'll eat spinach and sausage and pasta and all the things. And then,
You should recreate this meal in a video because it was such a because we were talking
You
about how
should.
we'll do like hamburger helper and this was way easier than making hamburger helper. Like way
Yeah.
easier. It's so much like lighter. Like it was a fantastic dinner.
so thanks, man. But I was glad I got to
Good
share
pesto.
something like
Oof.
from my heart to you guys. And the key, if you can get fresh pesto, like if it either you make it yourself. And when I make it, it's pine nuts are expensive, so I just use walnuts. So walnuts, basil, olive oil, garlic, and I use pecorino as well. But because I think it's just saltier, and then standard Parmesan. But yeah, man, it was good.
We had HEB fresh made pesto.
This
Oh,
was-
I love HEB everything. Kidding me?
that was a
HEB
new
is the
experience
goat.
going to one of those places.
Did you like it? Did you love HEB?
Of course, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Best.
HEB? You know what HEB stands for?
Yeah.
Herbert E. Butts. That's the name of the owner. That's the name of, that is the founder of HEB. Is Herbert?
Good job,
E. Butts.
Herbert. It was
That's
good.
a much better name, HEB.
I was worried I walked into a really deep hole with that one, but I'm glad.
It's like the Buc-ee's of grocery stores. Like it's
It's the
The
best.
Buc-ee's
And they
of
had-
grocery stores. Wow.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it the Buc-ee's of grocery stores. I would call it an
It's a-
elite grocery store for just like not being Central Market or like Whole Foods. It's like an elevated experience.
yeah,
with mostly Texas stuff,
yes.
which
Well,
is
and
great.
because Buc-ee's is like
So
a
Texas.
Texas like tourist stop, and HEB is like a Texas tourist stop. Like if you see like, a beautiful, they had sushi, barbecue, bakery, everything like that. So it's,
Fox Farm soil was there.
yeah, they had
Yep,
soil,
they do. They have Fox Farm.
Hmm.
hmm They have a lot of great plants. Like if you have one that's got a like really nice nursery, you can get compost, garden soil, potting soil. You can get really great selection on house plants. They have vegetables. They have native perennials. They have annuals. Like they really, no store does more, okay, than HEB.
You're trying to get
This is
sponsored.
not
You're
an
trying
ad.
to get sponsored.
That was
They do still not a lot of native plants, and like it's really
Yeah,
hot.
they
in Texas.
do.
I was showing Phil like some of
Wow.
my native stuff out there, like my native lantana,
yeah.
that red one that I turned
Yeah.
into a tree. Like my
At the
lantana,
grocery store?
no, in my backyard.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, I've got a
I
native.
thought
Texas-
HEB was selling native plants there.
Oh no, they do.
No, they do. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the grocery store.
yes, and so I've got a lot of natives in my backyard, and one of my favorite natives is
Yes.
my. You did. You did. Well, we were doing Italian accents
That
and
is
Yoko
correct.
accents all day today. It's been fun.
It's so fun to go to new plant stores and like Destin. I got the hookup with this guy because he's going around. He knows all the plant spots in Houston area, and he knows like half the people up everywhere. So it was really fun. We walked
Mhm.
around and we got to nerd out. Saw some great citrus. We're like, you need some satsumas in this citrus section. Boom, there they were.
There was
Awars.
persimmons that were almost
There were
right too.
persimmons. We saw
Ah.
Fuyus, Josh, and we had what was the other one? Ichi
Don't hate it. I'm gonna start. Don't let me do it. I'll mess it up.
Ichi Kiki.
Ichi,
Jiro. Yeah, Ichi Jiro. That's the dwarf Fuyu type.
Yes.
So they had that one, and then they had a longer one, is the one that's not squat but longer. That I'm trying to think of. Yeah. But anyway,
a lot. That was a Buchanan's, and we went to a
awesome.
couple places. But yeah,
I think I have some persimmon seeds in my
Wow.
pocket here.
Oh,
Or
Josh.
forgot from my evening walk. I just pulled those off to
I've
save.
been seeing those stories. Yeah.
I just
Persimmon,
every
persimmon,
day,
persimmon.
every
Yeah.
day
I
I'm
have-
grabbing another persimmon.
Do you just pull those out of your pocket?
Yeah, I forgot I had them. I just remembered I had them, and my wife's like, "You need to pull these out before you throw them in the laundry."
Oh my gosh.
They keep making it.
Okay.
Sprout in the
So-
laundry.
Phil, have you ever accidentally grabbed some eggs and put them in your pocket and forgot?
Yes.
Me too. Same. I have. Like,
Like
I mean,
yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Funny you
I've
mentioned that.
So many eggs in my pocket before. It's such a weird problem. That's funny.
Is it like
Yeah, it's
Napoleon
like, I
Dynamite?
don't know.
Like kick tater
my
tots in the
pants are
pockets
too tight
and
to
crunch?
fit eggs in
Like,
them. Like, how do you fit eggs in your pocket?
yeah.
Yes, I don't know why. It's like always a moment though. You go out to the coop and you grab the eggs and you put them somewhere and you're like, I'm not just doing this right now. I'm doing something else too.
else. Yeah. Plant
You're
related.
sitting on like 7 eggs, so you have to like, I have to get this out from under her, like, you know.
Yeah.
You need
And I
the
can't juggle,
roux.
so they have to go in my pocket.
You need
Yeah.
the roux apron with the little individual egg pocket.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? That's so funny.
Yeah, I have. Not for me,
I-
but
Imagine.
yeah.
I had one of the. I received one of those for Christmas one year, and it was not used a single time.
I feel
Never.
like if I wore one of those, it would just become a game for my kids. Like, how many of these could we pop before he walks into the house?
Right. That's so funny.
All right. Now, have you had any of your kids destroy any plants? That's the question. I know
Oh,
the
yeah.
Actually,
answer to this, Phil.
Actually, no. Actually, they're really pretty good. Like it's really funny. My oldest, we would like she can identify like a lot of plants. Like we'll go on walks and she'll just pick things out. But the funniest thing is we went to the Virginia Zoo one time and they actually have a whole area where they show people how they feed and care for the animals and like make their meals and stuff. And they have a garden, which they have a full orchard and a raised bed vegetable garden. And we're not paying attention. We're kind of just sitting, relaxing. Friends' kids are playing. And she comes back and she's eating a carrot. And we're like, where did you get that from? She's like, oh, it was in the garden over there. I picked it.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. And everyone's like, how did you know how to pick that? I'm like, well,
So we do it 200,000 times. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Keep
So
in the next
that was like a
class.
proud moment for me, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
huge. Like it's so fun to introduce your kids, and when they make the decision themselves, like
Mhm.
I remember watching my kids. I remember the day George, my middle one, went up and grabbed a fig, felt it, and said, "This isn't ripe yet," and then let go. And he's, "It's not ripe yet, Dad." And I was like, "Oh," because I'm so used to them just like, like
Yeah.
going for it. But them creating those synapses to know when.
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
is brilliant. So
We
that's
need
awesome.
to get him to do a video like you had your wife do one.
Like
But
I had
you
my
have
wife
a
do
kid.
it. Oh man, everybody just wants Mrs. Figs now instead of Phil's Figs.
She's like, I'm busy. No, I really did love that video.
I'm like, it was really heartwarming because when she did, I go, she really does watch my videos. She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
We have a couple questions in the chat. They're asking about Figtoberfest, so that is the reason that Phil is in town. That is Saturday over in Angleton, Texas. If you go to our Facebook event page, it'll give you all the information. I'm going to share that link in the bio. But Phil, let them know a little bit what we did last year and what we have planned for this year.
So last year was a great run, and I was so like honored and stoked to see how many people came out. And it looks like we have even more this year. So this year we have food trucks. This is from 8 to 12. We have, if you want to set up a table and trade plants with others, that's fantastic. We're going to be doing fig cuttings and a propagation table again with donations from the Fig Hunter.
Yes.
4 speakers. There's I forget everyone's names and specifics. I will be one of the speakers. I'll be focusing on propagation, but we'll be talking about the history of figs in Brazoria County. We have someone from Texas A&M coming in speaking, and we have another person from the Master Gardener program speaking. And it was really cool. And not only it's for like, I realized, and this is going to be even more so this year, it's not just for the beginner gardeners who want to know a little bit about figs. Like we're going to have the beginners as well as like what I like to joke around as 300 level stuff where you could really get into the nitty gritty on like your Coledodoms, Black Madeiras, diseases, trying to figure out the best way to propagate based on your growing condition, etc. So I'm excited to see everyone again, and it should be just really fun. It's from 8 to 12.
Phil has a huge fig following here in the Houston area. Like there's a lot of people here that already have his figs. Like, you know,
it's kind of cool. It's just cool to connect with people, and like the fig community is pretty robust on the forums, like our figs and even on Reddit. And so it's nice. Like I remind myself, even if I connect with one of you, it's pretty awesome. But to see everybody come in and introduce like new things that they've discovered and just a place to collaborate and share what's really worked for figs has been awesome too.
Wow. Fig Stick says he's driving 4.5 hours to come. So that's
wow.
That's
Yay, that's so cool.
We appreciate the support.
You said the fig hunter, is he going or?
So he's working, so he can't, unfortunately he can't make it, but he is sending 500 cuttings because we do a propagation table. I forget what the variety is. I think it's like gold something. He's sending
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. I think Gold Rush is the variety he's sending us. So every year he sends us like a pretty cool variety, different than what we would normally, like you can't find that here in Texas, like in a nursery.
Yeah.
And so last year we kind of didn't monitor the propagation table as well as we should. And like we had like probably 200 cuttings and like within an hour they were gone. People were just grabbing cuttings like Black Friday. So this year we're going to make sure we have someone monitoring the table. We're going to set it to where, you know, we'll do one per person.
Well, I would say if you guys are new to propagating, that's for you guys. Like, there will be a lot of plant trading going on. We opened it up because I think people were like trying to trade fun varieties in the parking lot, trying to get trees out. And I was like,
we had people show up like selling stuff out the back of their truck.
And I at the back of the truck, I was like, oh man, is that a Norella? And he's like, oh yeah. And he was like kind of nervous about it. I was like, no, this is great.
Yeah,
please, like, let's talk about this. And I think that not only did we see that happening, but we opened it up and said, let's make this formally available to everybody.
And not just figs. You can bring whatever you want. You get whatever plants you want to trade and swap.
You could have like a trench coat with like cuttings inside and be like, let me show you my wares.
Let me show you what's that's awesome, actually. Surely we
call this the Scion trench, you know.
Who do we know that's those?
If a guy walks up to you in a trench coat and says, hey, follow me to the bathroom. I want to show you one of my fig cuttings. Do not go in there. Do not go with that man.
Please find safety first.
No, it'd be too hot for trench coats. Luckily,
that's so funny.
But I think I don't know. It was just like it'll be really fun.
It was a blast last time.
It was a blast.
It will be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited for y'all.
I
don't know enough about figs.
Well, I
have like fig experts at my disposal here.
That's why you got to go.
Here's the other thing. It's like here I talk about this a lot, and Justin, you and I have talked about this. Like figs are a gateway fruit tree. Like they really get you comfortable with any sort of fruit, and they get you into the whole world of growing fruit trees, harvesting your own fruit, and then you can try for other things. Because why? Because they are parthenocarpic. Why? Because there are a wide range of varieties, and they are quite resilient if you live in a climate for them, versus a lot of other fruit trees that require pollination and other diseases to manage. And so I think that it's just a great option for people who are trying to discover it as well. And you can always have them with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And Phil's got some of his merch as well. He brought with him. So he's
brought a bunch of hats and some stickers.
Yeah. So I'll have some figs and some desert roses. I'm bringing some like fig trees that I've got that like in pots that I just don't have room for them anymore. They need to probably go on the ground. So I'm going to be raffling some of those off. Smart Pots is sending us some pots and some. Surprisingly enough, their Smart Pot hats were super popular last year. The hats that are made of the same material as Smart Pots. Like the fabric.
Can you imagine just being like, oh, I ran out of pots. Wait, and you just take your hat off, and you're like,
itchy, maybe? I don't know. It's
so
felt
hot.
right.
I think it was so hot. We're like, people were like, "Do you have any more of those hats?" I'm like, well, no, I only have like 2. And they're like,
Just air prune the tips of your hair.
yeah.
I don't know what that's like because I don't have a lot of hair.
Yeah. I told Edvin, I was like, yeah, some 15-gallon pots and then some more of those hats. Like people love them. He's like, oh yeah, really? I'll send some. So they're always really cool about sending me stuff anytime. Like I've got someone ask me like a donation, like to like I did like a veteran hospital. They were trying to send people after they had surgery and using like plants as like therapy after they had surgery at the VA hospital. And so they sent some pots down for that to donate, and they sent stuff last year. And Smart Pots, they're out of Oklahoma City. They're fantastic. Love those guys. They are always down to help whenever they can. So I love those guys. So yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
I had a really cool adventure up in Dallas. I went to the State Fair of Texas, and
Yeah.
so a lot of people might not know this, but there is a farm in the middle of the State Fair of Texas with all like right next to the Ferris wheel.
I
Like
had no idea.
they have a giant greenhouse, and they grow most of their stuff like aquaponically. It is really, really cool. They invited me to come do a tour, and it was so cool. I'm going to be releasing some clips and a full video tour. But not only do they have like aquaponic stuff like in the giant greenhouse, but they have figs on the outdoors, and they also have like these 18-wheeler got Connex trailers, right? And the first one you walk into is like a giant like holding tank that's like circulating like nutrients and fertilizer with the water, and then you walk in the door and it's all like pink and white lights, like, and it's just flowing water and like floor to ceiling like growing plants like aquaponically. But when you walk, so Phil the picture, when you walk in, that pink light, it freaks your eyes out. Like,
Oh, the grow light, pink light, you know?
Mhm.
the UV spectrum like messes with your eyes. You'll see it in the video. I'll post that probably this weekend, but it was insane. And
Is
then
it there all the time?
yeah, it's there, but they make it to where that main unit can support like 3 units, and you can move them around, stack them around if you want to. But like I don't, it was like an 18-wheeler like Connex box, really neat. But then they also did mushrooms. They're showing how they did their mushrooms. They grow like culinary mushrooms on site, like literally right behind a roller coaster. Like it was nuts. I thought the State Fair was open year round, but apparently it's only like 24 days. So the rest of the year you can just walk right up to the greenhouse. But during the State Fair, you can walk by and they're doing like demonstrations and classes and all kinds of cool stuff. Anybody's open to go walk around and do that. So if y'all are in the Dallas area, you're going to the State Fair, definitely go check out the Big Tex Urban Garden. Thank y'all for having me out there to do that tour, and it's free to go visit. So go check it out. I highly encourage it. It made me want to try some aquaponic stuff. It really made me want to do that.
That's really cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Speaking of like nerdy things and whatever, like recently, are any of you into video gaming at all? Or is that just me and Jeremy and our nerdy selves?
I used to be big into video games.
I was big into
Yeah.
the Halo series, and then I drifted away when I became in parenthood. But Halo was my
Well,
game.
You remember Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I do.
Remember Mario Party from
Once again.
64?
Or NBA
Well-
Jam? NBA Jam?
Well, like last year for Christmas, Jeremy gave me tickets to a symphony of my favorite video game, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. Seriously, have you guys heard of it?
Do you know what would be a great symphony
Yes.
for video games?
I've heard of those
Like
before.
all
That's
those
pretty
Stardew-
cool.
Zelda games.
It's so much fun. And Stardew
Zelda
Valley
would
is
be good.
made by one guy. One guy made it. And there's this whole symphony. It's called Symphony of the Seasons. And so we went to it a couple of weeks ago. And this, the trench coat conversation reminded me that when we walked in, this lady all in purple walked up to me and she was like, would you like some mixed seeds? Because in the game you collect mixed seeds like out like in the whatever, and
did
she
she give
handed
you?
me this, and it's like mixed seeds that are like already cold
Mystery.
stratified, and they're like mystery seeds, but they're like native plants for here because they're from
Okay.
the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center.
Oh, cool.
It's like a seed mix for our area, and it was so funny that she gave me these at that concert.
That's
But
awesome.
if you need something relaxing to play, if you have a Switch or a PC like that you can play games on, like please play that game. It's awesome.
It's not one of those pay for play, right? It's like a phone app.
No. No, like you can buy the game.
Yeah, you
and
buy it once. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does like updates to it. He's currently working on his next game, and he's done the like I said, the entire thing is made by one person, and essentially your grandfather dies and leaves you a farm, and it's like kind of it's like run down, and so you like bring the farm back to life, and you make friends in the community. It's like a really wholesome game.
It seems addictive. It seems really addictive.
It
She walked
is.
up to you like an NPC, like
Yeah, no, she walked up to me and she was like, "Would you like some mixed seeds?" And I was
she
like,
really?
"Yes, yes."
How do you
And I was like,
spell it?
"Yes,
Oh, no.
thank you."
She understood the assignment.
Say what?
I listen to Tiger Belly, so I know Bobby Lee is a big fan.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. It is
Okay.
like the best game ever made in my entire opinion.
Destin
So-
sharing it. It looks very like
And it looks like it's
Yeah.
it looks like
the-
Pokemon
Yeah.
style,
That
Yeah.
looks fun.
like Zelda style.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can play it
Zelda.
on
Yeah, or-
basically
yeah.
anything now. I
Yeah.
think you can even, if you have an iPhone, you can even play it in the Apple Game Center, but it's not as user friendly in that, on that platform. I play it on my Switch. I wish I had a PC that could run it because there are all kinds of cool mods you can do. But yeah, like I'm a coffee farmer. I got an island farm.
When you can't garden in real life, you garden.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garden here, yeah.
True. So, like, I don't know if you guys, if you're an OG follower of mine, you may have seen this, but on my chicken coop,
She's
the
hot.
window on the door is a blue chicken from Stardew Valley. Jeremy, like, had it made and he polyurethaned it and painted it for me and gave it to me as a gift. It's so cute. I love it
That's
so
cool.
much.
This reminds me of the episode of the Community where they go inside the video game.
Oh,
Looks very wholesome.
it is a very wholesome game. It's really fun. I mean, it's just
I can see
very
this being really
fast-paced.
important for me during the slow months of winter where like yes, I have stuff growing, but I don't have a lot of other things going on. Like I'm just waiting
Yeah.
for it to warm up so my carrots can grow more or my garlic can grow more or something.
It's a very peaceful game. Like there's not any like hard combat in it. So you're just like kind of, oh, Phil, you can go mining forever. You just go mining and you get all kinds of different gems. You can get tons of rocks.
Oh my god. You know who's going to become a miner is this guy.
We were watching a video
Yeah.
on
He was
mining
like
crystals.
the crystal collector who I surf with in Wilmington. And Destin's like, we got this, man. We got to go. And he looked up like 6 places in Texas to go look for
Yeah,
Yeah.
quartz,
we may go look for some crystals.
amethyst.
Is this for your
Oh,
electroculture that you're going to add to all your
Heck.
containers?
100%.
We're beyond.
Oh.
He's beyond it. You should see the
He's
stuff. he has put up
transcended
on
it.
that. It's a satellite. It looks like DirecTV, but it's not. It's for plants.
This is that greenhouse I was telling you about right by the Texas State Fair. That's the biggest Ferris wheel I've ever seen, and it is like literally there full time year round. But they have these gutters where they're growing tomatoes.
Wow.
Look at that setup.
Wow.
They don't usually
So
have
do they use like fish and stuff, or is it just like a massive hydroponics setup?
So that I asked about that. They said that's the most common question we get about is we use fish, and they said because of the controlling the population of the fish, you're not getting consistent nutrients, and so it is more efficient for them to do it on their own. On a small scale, it works, but as big of a scale as they're doing, it's not as efficient because having to constantly test the water, like because it's different, 1 tilapia versus 100 tilapia, so
Sure. Yeah.
and then fish die. And that's also another thing. So like
Mhm.
they find it a little cleaner, a little more efficient to do it without doing the fish, but they use a bunch of different methods. So they have like these gutter systems where like the water flows all the way around and then comes back to a reservoir. And then they have these, I thought this was a crack key method where like crack key is like a stagnant water pool where the things float. This is actually being circulated. And they're looking for ways to oxygenate the water more because during the hot months, the water heats up and loses a lot of oxygen.
Wow.
My buddy over at Mariama, they sent me that micro bubble like shower watering head, and they actually have like a micro bubble generator that would like if you had like a nursery, you could use that like on your entire irrigation system to inject micro bubbles, and it's supposed to help like break surface tension and introduce more oxygen into the
I was
plants.
gonna say probably introduce more oxygen to it.
Yeah.
which-
That's awesome.
But this was really neat.
Just like a super fish bubbler. fish tank bubbler.
Well, and in a lot of their places, that's what they have in the stagnant areas. They just put those stones in there with the bubblers, and it just shoots it in there. But yeah, they're growing tomatoes, and their cucumbers apparently are a self-fertile variety of cucumbers, or a Japanese cucumber. Because that's what I was asking. I was like, how do your cucumbers get pollinated inside the greenhouse?
Oh, they don't.
And he said, we don't have to. That's me eating a
Actually, I heard of a good variety. It's called like Merlin. Is that right? Can we look that up? The Merlin.
I'm curious what the variety is.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
Your keyboard looks very different from mine, so I don't want to.
Sorry. Yeah,
what do they do with all the produce?
It's a 501(c)(3). They donate all of their food to charities.
That's amazing.
Big Tex Urban Farm up at literally it is open year round. So the state fair is only 24 days out of the week, but the farm is going 365.
Wow.
And, they donate. I asked him about mushrooms, and he said at this point they're donating 75 pounds of culinary mushrooms every week.
75 pounds.
75 pounds.
Because they're pretty light.
So cool.
Yeah, man. Well, they're growing a lot. They're growing a lot of mushrooms. I'm trying to remember. It's a Japanese slicer variety of the cucumbers. It's self-fertile.
That's awesome.
I'll look it up.
I was really impressed by that.
I didn't know what to expect. It was fantastic.
I like my big stick comment. When I grow cucumbers, I only grow Parthenocarpic cucumbers.
Yeah, I see that.
What? I think it's Tokiwa. Tokiwa?
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to look it up. Yeah.
Tokiwa. Pretty sure that's the one.
That's pretty cool. They look delicious.
Yeah. But yeah, there's plenty of self-fertile. He said almost every single flower makes a cucumber. And they all have they all have the it's not like some of them have the cucumbers and male and female. It's all like that. So it was pretty neat. And then on the tomato side, they were doing a bunch of beefsteak tomatoes, which I wouldn't think beefsteak, but apparently all those methods are used for. I'm still sharing my screen. And sharing private information, did I? But apparently it's a lot of European, especially Dutch methods of growing tomatoes because they can't grow so like that year round outdoors. And so they do a lot of that stuff in those big giant greenhouses. And I follow some of those Instagram pages and they're very, strict about pruning them back pretty heavily, growing them indoors in those cocoa core blocks, those bricks, and just as efficient as possible. It's pretty cool to see.
That's fantastic.
But it's open to the public. Anybody can go.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bill, have you ever tried any sort of aeroponic or hydroponic gardening?
I haven't.
You were going to answer it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I have not. I thought about it.
He was open his mouth.
No, not me. Of course, not me. But I'd like to try sometime. But when I have more free time, and fortunately, I just have a big backyard. I think I've seen some really successful methods in urban environments and in other settings that aren't conducive to raised bed or in-ground gardening where you have space for it. Would be most applicable.
I'm seriously considering it. I really have been looking into some of those aeroponic tower garden systems because it's so hot. I can't grow anything the last 2 years here. My tomatoes, I feel like they were done too early because it was too hot for them to produce any tomatoes. And then they succumbed to the bugs. And I was just like, I am basically the second I spray water, it's evaporating. So I don't know if I don't know. I got to figure it out.
Your husband is very handy. And so I would honestly have him try this method and because the towers are so expensive. I've got a lettuce grow tower with grow lights on them and they sing to me. But with the grow lights in 4 or 5 levels, it's $1,200.
Oh, I know.
There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. You could definitely look it up. I've seen people do the PVC pipe ones and yeah. Again, just be careful with what you use. Make sure you use a high grade food safe plastic, ideally.
This method in particular, I think it's called something film, a light film gutter. It trickles water down those gutters at a real thin, real low level, but it just kind of cascades.
Mm.
and the roots spread out and they kind of grow thin grow thin but wide on these gutters.
Oh, cool.
And it's really efficient.
Yeah.
But even here, like a lot of it was DIY. Like I saw Home Depot, 20-gallon totes, it's a lot of DIY stuff. But you can they had several systems like daisy chained together as well. Like not just one reservoir was used per, like they had ginger and tomatoes all run off the same reservoir.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And the ginger was grown in these things called Dutch buckets.
A Dutch bucket.
Oh.
So there, if you can see right here, it's got a little valve. So there's cocoa coir inside this bucket, cocoa coir and perlite, and ginger. They just trimmed this back as well because it wasn't really tall for the fair when it came, but they're busting through the bucket, so they had to go through. So it goes to those tomatoes and gets pumped back over into these Dutch buckets. And then it's got an overflow valve, a drain right here that goes back into the main reservoir. So instead of creating another reservoir, they had that system and then the reservoir, and they added these buckets on top of the reservoir as it was coming back into it.
I think there's something really cool about that, where like you're not letting water go to waste.
Yeah.
So
it's like use all the nutrients in water before you send it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed by this puzzling. This is like an epic puzzle, if you really think about it.
It feels way more like science to me than growing. Like when you take the soil out of the equation, is this a science experiment? Or is this gardening? And I don't know. It's hard.
Both. It's both.
That's the one thing about that too. I've always been hesitant about it because I feel like the soil just offers so much more. And like you are trying, or you think you understand what's happening at this point, right? But I feel like I would love to see a comparison of nutrition from like a soil, the exact same variety, like a soil grown plant versus like a hydroponic plant. I would love to see that.
So
right.
I'm with you. And when I talked to Drew, shout out to Drew the hippie, runs the farm. He's really awesome. He was great. We hit it off almost immediately. So he agrees with you totally. Like there's nothing that can be like you can't replace growing in the ground. But as the population of the world is growing, having a trailer like this is like a 40-foot long trailer. It's so huge.
Yeah.
And they're growing literally from the bottom. Like something like this can supplement, what we're growing in the ground. And with the way the world is going, we're going to need more food and need more ways to supplement greens and stuff like that. And so this is
and you can do it all year.
Yeah.
And you can do it all
Well,
year.
and that's what he had mentioned was having, still grow your stuff in the ground, but farmers can buy units like this. The most expensive aspect of this is the HVAC. Like that is the most expensive. But the lights, when I walked in this room, it was like 2001 Space Oddity.
Yeah.
And like, dude, my eyes like instantly like dilated. It was
just all the reds and the blues.
Dude, it freaked me out. When I also didn't know about the spectrum of those grow lights, that there are certain grow lights that are for, starting your seeds. And there are certain spectrums for finishing out your plants. I did not know that. I thought they were. I didn't know there was any. I didn't know that at all. So these are finishing lights.
I think the more red that it is, the more it's for flowering and fruiting, and I think the more blue light is for vegetative growth. Is what I
agree. Yeah, I agree totally.
You can see it.
I have
a spectrum or two of your grow lights that you buy.
Yeah, I've done videos on this too. Like, I guess this is one thing I nerd out about a little bit. Yeah, because I'm an engineer, so like I take like calculations like that seriously. And people, because I mean, grow lights are a scam in my opinion. Yeah. You can, as long as you know the, like the design of a light and like the specifications, you can just go and get the same thing, and it does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, like I have a 6 light setup that I start all my seedlings in my house, and I got all those lights for like less than $100 4 years ago. They're LEDs. Yeah, and it's like they do amazing every year, and it's just like Josh said. I'm just starting seeds, so I just need a light that has like a higher blue wavelength, and it does amazing. Yes. The most important thing is the intensity of the light, which is the lumens, like how bright it's shining. So if you can, because like nothing's going to compare to the sun. It's like trillions of lumens, but the higher the lumen that you can get, the more success you'll have. And I have I think mine is like either 5,500 or 6,000 lumens. and they do great.
Yeah, because I mean, you can get regular shop lights. I've done that before.
Yeah.
You can buy the regular shop lights and you can get the bulbs. But nowadays, you can usually find like the 4-foot grow lights like on Amazon. I like that they all link together. That was because I'll have like Phil's been in my garage. With all the lights and everything. I have like 10 rows of shelves, like because I also overwinter like a lot of my desert roses and succulents and stuff in there as well, and so they don't even go dormant. But I'll literally have them all on 1 or 2. I started using the smart power strips so I can control them from an app on my phone, and certain shelves will be turned off at certain times. The heat mats will be turned off at times. Like it's really cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that is really cool.
You can get as technological as you want with it. But yes, they're a lot of fun, but they're very affordable. Like you were saying, like less than $100. I mean,
yeah, they are. They really are. So it's just like, don't get scammed by the word grow light. Just do a little bit of research. It'll really save you some money.
And buy in the off season. Don't wait till like winter, especially greenhouses.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, buy a greenhouse in the middle of winter.
Greenhouses.
Yeah.
I started out with fluorescent bulbs in my garage setup, and I would just mix a cool with a warm bulb in every one to mix up the light lengths. But what happens, fluorescents, they fade over time. So you have to refresh the bulbs. Otherwise, it's not like LEDs where it's a pretty constant light source for some ridiculous amount of hours. So by the end of it, like the end of the lifespan, they were starting to get really dim. And I was noticing like after 5 years of doing this, that like my trees were struggling. So I eventually swapped them all out for LED, and they're much easier, much lighter.
That's fantastic, man.
Josh, do you have trivia for us tonight?
I do have trivia. Are we ready for trivia?
I think so, Phil. So since Josh has joined as our third co-host, we have introduced this segment called the trivia segment. So
sweet.
What you just a heads up, we will let people in the chat kind of answer first before we shout it out. But let's go with it, Josh. What you got for us, brother?
Well, because Phil is now a master garlicker, master garlic grower, I brought my bag of garlic goodies, and we're gonna do some garlic trivia. Are we ready for garlic trivia?
I love it.
Okay. So I usually start.
I really know her.
Yeah, that's a terrible term, by the way. I'm never using that again.
It was so great seeing you guys. You guys can host from here on out.
Just say a garlic expert. How about that? A garlic expert. No, that still doesn't sound right.
There's got to be a term for a garlic expert.
There's a better term for this. Okay, so easy. So hardneck garlic produces a flowering stalk that can be harvested and eaten. What is the stalk called?
I got it.
We're gonna let the people in the comments. So hardneck garlic. Remember, there's soft neck and hardneck. The hardneck is the only one that puts out this flowering stalk that can be eaten. What's that stalk called?
It's a trick question. It's just a mock turtleneck or a dickie.
What?
Bang, bang, bang.
All right. I think we got the right answer here.
Oh, we got a bunch of good answers.
We got a bunch of the right answer.
Yeah, everybody got that. Like I said, start it. And then usually, Phil, I like to ask you, because this is an area that you're going to be teaching on. What do you use scapes for? What's the great escape for?
Yeah, the great escape. I mean, scapes are really good stir fried, especially if you catch them at the right moment. Because if you wait too long, especially when they kind of like, once they'll grow, they'll start to twist and like make a full circle. I like to cut mine as soon as they start to bend, because they're still like a little soft and malleable, and you can just stir fry them like that. Or I've actually made like pesto with them. It's actually really good. Yeah, instead of using garlic, you could just use the scapes
themselves.
Yeah,
Delicious.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, it's actually, I don't know if this is going to be one of your questions, why you remove it.
Tell me. I don't think that's a question, but tell us. Please. Teach us.
You can actually grow garlic from seed. A lot of people don't know that. But So that scape will turn into a flower and then go to seed eventually. So if you let it continue to grow, that's exactly what it will do. The reason why we remove them is because we want all the energy to go into growing the bulb itself. And
Exactly.
it kind of halts that life cycle of the bulb.
hmm
Okay.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm learning a lot here. This is one that I learned when I did some research on it, and I did not know the name of it. It's a little bit harder, but this thin, papery layer that protects the garlic bulb and cloves during curing and storage is called what? What is the thin, papery layers on garlic called?
Real quick while they're answering. So I asked ChatGPT to give me some options for titles of a garlic expert. The Clove Ranger, Count Clovula,
I was thinking vampire too.
Dr. Clove Strange. I don't get that one. The Garlic Whisperer, Sultan of Sulfur, the Bold Boss,
There's a good one in here for all of us.
Clovey Wan Kenobi,
I'll take that one.
and the gay,
That one's in carbonite.
the great Garlicini. Garlicini. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah,
The
Clovey Wan
great
Kenobi.
garlicini. Yeah.
Clovey Wan Kenobi is the best one. I think.
I love parchment. That's a great guess.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It
All right.
is.
Any guess? as
Parchment,
to-
I thought would be, yeah.
We got parchment. We got skin. We got.
None of those are correct, by the way. This is something you might buy in a video game as a light layer of clothing to protect yourself. It might have a low armor rating if you're into some RPGs.
What, like a jacket?
What
Believe.
is Stardew Valley?
A sheath.
Does it start with a
A
C?
vellum.
Starts with a T. It might be something you'd throw over.
Mm.
Not a cloak. Starts with
A
a T.
tabard. Or a tunic.
Tunic.
Tabard. Tunic.
What?
It is called the tunic.
Whoa!
The
That's
papery part
cool.
of the garlic bulb is called the tunic. I had no idea about this, by the way. So
That is so
That's cool.
cool.
Check the fact checker.
So I thought that was in Stardew
I
Valley.
thought that was fantastic. That was a great question.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
All right. So in most temperate climates, garlic is ready to harvest when about what fraction, let's get engineering level here, of the leaves have turned brown. So it's ready to harvest. How much of the leaves need to turn brown to tell you that it's ready to harvest?
Mm.
Is this a ratio or is it a
This is a
unit
fraction.
value? A
Is it-
fraction, yeah.
Does it matter
It's a
from?
fraction. I'm not going to
does-
give you the numerator or denominator.
No, I was saying, does it matter hard neck or soft neck on this?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
I'm going to say 4/5.
I think I think it probably does make a difference. I bet.
I think
Yeah,
you got the right
yeah.
answer, though. 1/3 is the correct answer, and we have several people that got it.
Totally.
Phil, tell us about harvesting garlic. What other things you look for?
Yeah, I mean, so I'll admit I have done both. I've waited for literally the whole stalk to turn brown, and you don't want to do that.
Right.
And I've tried different versions, like as it starts to dry. The reason why you don't want to let it go all the way is because one, the stalk can break off when you're trying to harvest it, and then you have to dig out your bulb. But it can also start to decay like underneath the soil, and then it can cause the bulbs to start to rot, which you obviously don't want. So you actually kind of want to catch it in the sweet spot where it's starting to die back, so it makes it easier to harvest. And then, when you peel that first layer of the tunic off, that the bulb inside is safe, and it's actually going to cure well. So you want a little bit of moisture left in the bulb still, so that way it can actually go through the curing process.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah.
I'm learning a ton about garlic. This is a great timing for garlic too, because we're
Yeah,
coming up
it
with
is.
fall, getting ready to get our seed garlic and what have you, and plant it.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt the trivia, but I guess I'll ask you after the trivia. Go ahead, Josh.
Are you sure? Sound like
Yeah.
you're ready to jump into something there.
It's on topic, but I don't want to derail the trivia. I'll say afterwards.
Okay. So One type of garlic that's really large is elephant garlic. It is a giant type. It's actually more closely related to what allium cousin than to true garlic?
It's a good question.
Ooh.
I actually know this one.
Okay.
I grew some this last year, and it was so cool.
It's actually pronounced aluminium.
No,
No.
it's not.
That's totally
Maybe,
that's
maybe
one
I'm
of
lost
them.
beyond, mate.
An alum is a type of plant.
Let's just say you don't want one of these in your boat.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's thinking about it.
They got it. A lot of
That's
people
already
got it.
it. It's gotten
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've grown leeks before? Phil, you've grown leeks before?
Yeah, I've grown elephant garlic,
Okay.
or if you want to call it that, and then I've also grown leeks. I love leeks. Leeks are so good. If I love them with steak, like you just stir fry them in a pan, and yeah, it's a very, very subtle onion or garlic flavor, and it's so tender if you cook it right. It's like a caramelized onion, like plus. It's so good, very good.
People make soup out of them, right? Like it's pretty popular soup.
Yeah, yeah, like potato leek
Yes.
soup.
Very Russian.
Very good.
Man, we are
good.
so. I really hope we get some cool weather for some potato leek soup.
Mm.
So hot still.
Are we ready for one more? This one is probably
Yeah.
one that I don't think anybody's going to get.
Challenge
It's a
accepted.
challenge.
Oh boy.
So garlic is usually planted in the fall so that the cold can trigger proper bulb development. What is the horticultural term for this cold exposure?
I think I know it.
I think I know it too.
It is
think
the
I know it.
chilling period garlic needs to form full bulbs instead of just leafy growth, but there's an actual term for it.
I think. See, I was thinking.
No,
of,
I think you know who I think got it right.
Yeah,
I
It's
think
not stratification.
it's not
That's what I was
stratification.
thinking
It's not stratification.
I think Jay got it.
Yeah.
Vernalization.
Jay for the win.
interesting.
Jay.
Yep.
Vernalization.
My
Killing
figs was on the right path. I think you forgot to verification. You had autocorrect come in and haunt you there. Sticks.
I misspelled it. No.
So supposedly they need to be exposed to prolonged periods of cold temperatures below 45 to 48 degrees Fahrenheit is the key.
So can we differentiate between now I know it's vernalization, but I don't know what is the differentiating factors between cold stratification and vernalization.
Well, stratification
The
has to happen
stratification.
for germination purposes.
For germination
Yes.
to happen.
Vernalization is forming like the bulb, like the.
Yeah.
So vernalization is associated with the bulb already, but stratification is associated with the seeds.
Right.
Yes.
Well, let's use our friend chat. Do a comparison of the definitions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
we need a
and-
comparison.
Cortana.
And that's also going to be
I mean,
different. Also different
Dave's-
than.
Dave said it. Stratification happens below the soil or strata. That is part of it.
But then
that's a
when
good
but
point.
isn't
Also,
vernalization
vernalization.
happens below too,
It
right?
does. You're right.
But I know like something like a artichoke has to do with like below 40 as well to produce a flower. So, but wouldn't be stratification or vernalization, right?
I don't know. I think that still counts as I don't know. Stratification, I think, has to do with, is it in a seed still?
Yes,
Right?
it's germination.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be that specific. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's
And
for like
like,
a bulb. It's already. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
breaking dormancy. It's what helps break dormancy in seeds. I don't know. I don't want to be dumb.
I'm looking it up.
I was going to start clicking, but
Man, Josh, these are good.
I have a definition here or a comparison. If it's vernalization is a physiological process where cold temperatures are required to induce flowering in plants, while stratification is a horticultural technique for seeds that involves exposing them to cold, moist conditions to break dormancy and promote germination.
Okay.
Love it.
That's
So-
a beautiful definition.
That was clear,
'cause-
succinct.
Yeah, for garlic, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why they tell you not to put it in the fridge too, because if you put it in the fridge and then take it out, it's gonna sprout.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
So
we actually
that's
we were talking about stratification this week and about breaking seed coat dormancy, and so I was like, my brain is overloaded, guys.
Well, so
The
Yeah,
more
be
I'm in
fra-
school, the
fragment that
stupider
brain.
I feel. It's
I said so in grad school, Des. I said that a lot. I said the more I learned, the less I felt like I knew.
exactly.
That's good.
Right
Good
now,
way to
that is
say it.
exactly how. Like earlier today, I was thinking to myself, "Am I getting smarter, or am I losing knowledge?
well, and
Am I
No.
hemorrhaging?"
Just getting more aware, and you're like, "Wow, this is a really big iceberg under the surface of the water."
Oh my gosh!
in the case of artichokes, you need stratification for the seed, and you need
Right.
vernalization to get the bloom. So both of them go.
Yes, yes.
So that's pretty cool.
This is really
Yeah.
cool. Thank you, Josh.
I like learning new terms. This is fun.
You know, every time I come on here, I learn something new from the guests, from you all, from doing this trivia. So this has been a learning experience. But do we want a really difficult one to end it out?
Yeah, of course.
Do
Okay,
it.
this will be the last one.
Double black diamond.
All right. Which garlic group, sometimes called weak bolting, can produce soft stems in warm regions but hard stems in cooler climates? This is an unusual group of garlic, bridging the traits between hardneck and softneck.
These are the garlic knots, right?
From Domino's. This is a tough question, and that is a really good question, and I must know the answer.
All right, I'm going to repeat it one more time because this one is sort of tough. It's a garlic group. It's sometimes called weak bolting and produces soft stems in warm regions and hard stems in cold regions. It's a more unusual group, and it has a specific term that has to do with where it came from. That's my hint. Think continent.
African.
Kangaroo. Is it kangaroo garlic?
Asiatic.
That's it.
Oh,
Phil got it.
That was enough.
No.
That was enough time. So that was definitely enough time for someone to Google something.
He gave a really big clue, and I rolled the dice. That's what happened.
Well,
I've never heard of the Asiatic group of garlic, but
What's that?
supposedly they ripen really quickly. And
But imagine having, if you're in, like, say you're really far south, and all this, it behaves differently than if you were up north, and it would adapt to the temperature.
that's pretty cool. So I'm wondering if something like
That's
this, maybe we need to be careful with something like that is adaptable to like certain temperatures. You know, maybe it can spread, or I don't. I'm always weird.
This brings me into more questions now, because then I
Yeah.
have a question for Phil. Like, you're hard neck then still, right? Based on your growing zone.
I can do both.
And you do both.
Yep.
And you plan on doing both this winter?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
wow, nice.
Do you cover
Yeah,
do you cover your garlic?
Like in the soil over the winter.
Yeah,
Yeah, thick layer of mulch.
over the entire thing.
Yep, over the entire thing. I usually do leaves, so we'll go collect fall leaves, and then I won't crush them up. I'll just lay them on top. And I have a raised bed, so usually by the time the soil drops at the end of the year, I'll just fill it up to the top of the raised bed.
smart.
The ones that I put a
Yeah.
frost cloth over did okay. Well, we had 5 inches of snow, and the ones that left alone did not make it at all. I thought they were pretty cold hardy, but they didn't make it. They didn't do that well.
Yeah, just try experiment with some different varieties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a chestnut
Yeah.
red, like the really, really like cold
Yeah.
one. And it did, you know which one survived the freeze? The 5 inches of snow uncovered?
What?
The one I got from Walmart.
Did it have a name to it?
Is
No,
it radioactive?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a Sam's Club special.
Ooh, what's that picture there? That's a cool picture
Welcome
with all the different varieties.
That's
the-
pretty neat.
the
Can you pull that
music?
one up?
Yeah.
See if I can open.
Yeah.
Right
Maybe
click
we can
open
dig
in
it.
new tab. That's what I always do.
Yeah, smart. Me
I
too.
Yeah.
open image in new tab.
Right click,
That's not what
open
we
in
do.
new tab.
Good eye.
Music was the one that I really did well with.
Yeah, music is really good. Like
Yeah.
it grows really well and it tastes really good.
It tastes so good. Like you use I felt like I had to use like half of what I used from the grocery
Yeah.
store.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, now's a good time. So you can do garlic right now, but you can also wait till like the early spring to plant them too, right? You can plant garlic in early spring
For the soft neck.
for soft neck.
What's the key? What's the key there? What did we just learn?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You
You can do it though. Like California gardeners, like I'm sure like Kevin from Epic Gardening, you've probably seen him do it. He puts this in the fridge for a certain period of time and then he plants them.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
That is a smart move as well.
But
Yeah.
it's usually best to do it over winter because that's when your other beds are empty, and so it's going to sit there. Mine just took forever. It took so long.
Really?
Oh my god! It's just
Oh, the garlic takes so long. Like I plant mine in November, usually right before Thanksgiving, and I don't harvest them until like almost July.
Yeah. I forgot about some in mine because I let them, and they're sprouting up right now again.
That's
so
great.
that can happen. Yeah.
So I will
That
tell
and
you that
turmeric.
garlic does not deter voles because I put my garlic near my carrots last year, literally right next to it, and they took all the carrots out, and they're like, but they didn't cross the barrier of the garlic to get to the kale, so it helped a little, but not
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, somebody was saying that like pests won't eat onions or garlic. I'm like, no, I had like some grubs and stuff chewing on mine. Like I had,
Oh, yeah.
I definitely had stuff eating my onions and garlic like last year.
Mm.
Yeah, getting some nibbles.
Well, that ends trivia. Thanks for playing the garlic round of Obi-Wan garlic. What is it? What was it? I can't
Obi-Wan
remember.
Clovnovi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Clovey-Wan.
Clovey one Kenobi.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Yeah. No, that's that was my question. I was asking about like the cold or planting them now versus planting them in the spring. I guess if you have the space where you can leave them for like during the entire growing season during the spring and summer, you can. But like you're like me, Phil. You don't have that many beds. I mean, so like real estate, take some water real estate.
Yeah. What I've been doing for like the last 4 years now is planting them where I plant my tomatoes. Because like it's a really good companion plant. And by the time I pick out my garlic, the tomatoes are just starting to grow up from when I plant them.
Yeah.
So I try to leave like little pockets in my raised bed where I can plant the tomato and then the garlic is just growing around it. And it seems to work really well. Yeah.
That's
Smart. Tell us a little bit about your garlic masterclass. Give us a quick plug on it. Since
Yeah. So not too long ago, I started a private community and in school, and it's been a lot of fun. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and just kind of didn't have the confidence to like actually start it. Like, hey, who's going to want to pay for a private gardening community? But I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I want to attract some, really dedicated people that want to work with me, and it's been fun so far. But every single month I've been doing master classes, and this month I'm going to do a master class on garlic. It's going to be on Monday. And I'm literally going to take you the whole process from picking the right varieties all the way up through like picking them, curing them, storing them, and planting them again year after year. So you just have an endless supply of garlic from now on.
I love it.
That is awesome.
That's so sick.
Yeah, this is your
Yeah.
website, and you actually talked about this last time you were on. There's some of the calculators that you put on your website, and now that I know you're an engineer, of course, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
the raised garden bed soil calculator. So if you do a raised bed, he's got a free calculator you can go use. It tells exactly how much soil you're going to need to fill out your raised bed.
Yeah. And that's based
Wow.
off of the recipe that I use. So yeah, you can like literally go out and calculate the area of your raised beds or the volume, I should say, and it'll tell you exactly. Just plug it in. You can do a 4 foot length or a 8 foot length by a 4 foot width and a foot deep, which would be in inches, so 12 inches, and it'll spit out the exact numbers for you. And if you scroll down,
So you typed in 1 inch.
But
you
so-
can just change it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Now it's 48.
No, so
It used to be-
Oh,
yeah,
those
see,
are-
I should have made it all the same, but
No, you're.
Yeah.
I'm,
So
no,
yeah,
no,
there you
I'm
go.
Phil. I'm stupid. It's
No,
It's
you're
all good.
not.
Not small.
So yeah,
You
there
are
you go. It
not.
tells you how many cubic feet, and I even broke it down into like how many bags of soil you need if you go down a little bit more, just to make it super
Yes.
Oh,
easy
that's cool.
I'm always
for
a bag short. I'm always a bag short. It seems like.
yeah. Yeah. And you can even add beds on. So if you have different size beds, you can do that too, which is
16
pretty
cubic
cool.
feet. Was that like one? Is that half of a cubic yard?
Usually each bag's like either
2
1
cubic-
to 2
Yeah.
cubic feet.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
2
a
cubic feet.
yard is 27
bags.
cubic
So
feet.
a little over half.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
is
so I
the-
have that, and then I also an amendment calculator, which is basically the same thing.
4, 12. Calculate total minutes. So
Yep. So that'll be feet or yards, and then the
That's cool
bags
how it
needed there.
breaks it out into bags.
This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
love
great.
making stuff like that. It's fun.
Yeah.
yeah, you're very
Yeah,
analytical.
so-
like you're able to do so. Like this is a lot of work, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun to build, and I basically did the exact same thing for my gardening calendar, where I have it purchasable right now, just because it was like a lot. It actually took a lot
Yeah.
of time to develop the gardening calendar, but now so it's basically based off of your frost dates, regardless of where you live, and I've kind of fine tuned it so that way it takes into consideration, climate changes. Yeah. So it's right there, and you can click on it. And I've been working on this for years, and now you can basically just plug in a few dates, and it color codes it and tells you what to do every single month of the year, regardless of where you live.
Amazing.
That's so
Yeah.
smart.
That is
And it's
so
like-
cool.
Yeah, and you only have to buy it once, and then you could change it from year to year, which is super cool.
That's cool.
Wow.
And you're like
Yeah,
your
so
first
that's-
frost hit.
Yep, and then
Wow, look at that.
I'm always adding plants and stuff. So that's like, if you click the next one, because that's for fall. So the plants that you can grow in the spring and the fall are different. So you actually has
Wow.
like different reference tables.
Yeah, click spring at the top. I want to see.
Yeah. Click up there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's that image, and that's like, so it's over 3 dozen plants.
Look at
Wow.
all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
So
amazing.
yeah,
This is awesome.
I'm always looking for feedback on like, hey, what kind of calculators would be useful, or what kind of plants that I should add to the calendar, all that stuff.
I
Yeah.
have one you need to add. A
What's that?
chill hours calculator by zip code for first
Yeah.
chill hours.
Understood.
Yes.
Because that is like so difficult to find. Like it's not easy to find.
Maybe we can work together on
Oh.
that, build something.
That would be awesome.
Usually you can find just like Googling like your zip code and but I mean I'm sure it varies though. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
people
lots of
definitely underestimate the importance of chill hours, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Big
do.
time.
I
Yeah.
was telling
no.
a client about this earlier today. She was talking about she found out her neighbor was somebody that used to work for A&M and helped develop like the seedless watermelon and something else, and they have grafted fruit trees on their property because he like did all these cool grafts, and he grafted a plum tree and a peach tree together, and it works because it's stone fruit. And they were talking about she was like, I really want to grow some apples, and I was like, we can't do that here in Austin. It's too hot. We don't have enough chill hours for apples, and we're very limited on what we can grow. Sometimes it's even hard for peaches, but at least the really good ones.
Yeah. Now, usually you can look at your like local ag extension agency and they'll recommend varieties that do well like in your area. Like that's one thing I always tell people, like the resources wise, like you can look at your local ag extension agency, especially here in Texas. Like, man,
Yes.
we pay a lot of tax money that goes to those ag extension agencies, and they put out a lot of good information. So you can literally put in your zip code and ag extension, and usually you can find, and they'll have like a handbook of like which varieties do best in your area, which fruit trees they recommend based on the chill hours in your area.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're paying for that with your tax money. Like
Mhm.
use that to your advantage. Like definitely.
Yeah,
Also,
master gardeners too.
If you're looking for
Okay.
something, you can put in
Hey,
like
Won't be dissing Master Gardeners. Okay.
you can put in like
I'm kidding.
tomato.edu here, and it'll bring up a lot of stuff for like Texas A&M, the ag extension here in Texas. You can find out a lot of information about just basically anything. You could put in like squashvineborer.edu and probably bring up Texas A&M pages that are free for you to look at and see
That's
what
cool.
you need.
Was that a Master Gardener coffee mug?
Yes.
Is it?
God, y'all worse than
My wife-
y'all worse than
My wife
Aggies.
made this for me when I got my Master Gardener.
That's
she got
really
it
cute.
Nice.
Isn't that
Really
hilarious? Really nerdy.
My license plate on my car says I'm a Master Gardener. So.
So
What does it say?
that dude, so y'all told me you're not supposed to be telling
Straight
people you
up.
are Master Gardeners. But you got coffee mugs and license plates.
What do you mean you're not supposed to tell people?
She said like I always joke around about how the first thing you'll know you'll know you're talking to a Master Gardener because it'll be the first thing they tell you. And then y'all are like, oh yeah, we're not even really supposed to tell people we're Master Gardeners, but you have
Yeah,
a
we're
personalized
not.
license plate and coffee mugs. Like,
It's
come on.
it's
Hey,
like
I
the
got mine
anonymity of a
from-
Michelin star
My
recommendation.
license plate came from the program as well, by the way.
bright yellow
So-
t-shirts. Like, geez.
I'm gonna get you some fake Master Gardener swag and send it your way. So
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I want to say I really appreciate the Master Gardeners because they are actually volunteers at Figtoberfest because we do work with the AgriLife and Kimberly Mayer, who is our, what I would say our organizer. She's been doing a lot of the stuff for us this year. She runs the Master Gardener group here in Missouri County, and they are a huge help for the Figtoberfest.
For getting it all set up.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So thank y'all.
Awesome.
Thank you. Shout out to all them. We have viewers in the
And
chat.
everybody that goes to the Tidal Creek co-op and farmers market, they always have Master Gardeners there for plant diagnostics and stuff.
Amazing.
Actually,
I met
Josh, you've
some-
been there.
I met some of them there. I bought some Master Gardener paraphernalia from them. I think I have it on my shelf here. So.
Paraphernalia.
Collecting the paraphernalia that says I am one is one of my favorite hobbies.
Shout out to Bowtie and Nerdlist.
Uh,
I'm gonna get my own shirt, and it's just gonna look like the Master Gardener logo, and I say I'm not a Master Gardener.
I'm
Yeah.
putting my money where my mouth is. I'm getting a Bachelor of Science in horticulture.
And that's no BS degree, okay?
It is.
My goodness. Oh God. Well,
All right, Phil, we get a little bit kooky here once it gets
Yeah.
past 90 minutes.
Yeah, we do.
you should have been here last week with the electroculture talk. We finished out the
Oh,
we finished out the
Lord.
episode with electroculture talk, and shout to Audrey. I hope she wasn't upset that I posted that clip. But if you talk about electroculture, I will mock you. It's just I wasn't mocking her. I'm mocking electroculture, not her.
That's
We also
something that
got-
I've really wanted to try too, to do a real
You should-
experiment on it.
She
Side by
definitely
side.
do it.
I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but we're not going to go there again.
I would say based on how meticulous you are, I would trust your results. Like if you showed
I
did it
appreciate
work,
that.
I would believe it.
Yeah, maybe I will have to try it then. I feel like I would need such a big area to test it in.
Yeah.
Just 2 plants. Just get 2, one with it, one without. Same growing condition, same plant, same start time.
And then
That's
do
Yeah,
that
I don't- yeah, I don't
200
know.
times.
It's not much of an
It's just the
experiment.
methodology.
No.
Yeah.
You write
Something that I really
write
want
a
to do
paper.
soon is write a paper, right? Yeah. It'll probably just get thrown in the trash or hidden on the internet somewhere.
I have it right here.
It'll be,
Take it and
yeah.
throw it away.
And locked away in a safe by Pfizer, one of these.
Come on, let's not get a shadow banned here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, guys, Josh, what do you got coming up besides not coming to Figtoberfest this weekend? Are you going to surprise us? Are you going to surprise us by being there? Let me know.
That would be the most awesome surprise ever. I really wish I could be there.
Yeah.
If I didn't have 8 pets and my wife was out of town, I would be there for sure. So I'm sad. I'm sad about that.
Cats like figs.
Especially
But
cats
yeah.
being fig.
That's true. I named my cat Fig, who destroyed my papaya in the contest. So
No.
Oh
If
my
you-
God.
Can you tell us real quick what
So-
happened?
real quick. So, all right. So I did this video and it was a little over the top. I'm really not sure I want to post it now after
Too
this
late.
whole debacle.
Now you definitely
Because I
have to
feel
post it.
like a complete imposter, right? I got really, competitive, and I put a bunch of stuff in there, and I've tried this fertilizer that I use on my raised beds, and it's this guy that makes his own fertilizer that I know in South Carolina, and it's the best fertilizer, right? But it smells like it really stinks. So I use it in my raised bed every year. It's not a problem. So I was like, I'm going to put this in my pot because this stuff is awesome. Well, the cat started digging in the pot to get to the fertilizer and knocked it off the stairs, and it went bloop, 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 bloop down the stairs, and the top broke right off. And I was so livid last night. I couldn't text you all because I was so mad. I just, at my cat, who I love more than plants, but just broke the top right off.
It might still come back.
It's going to come back. In fact, I'm hoping that it's like an underdog situation.
It might branch off into 2 papaya trees.
Anyway,
did you tell the cat you were very upset with it, but you loved them more than plants?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Today I actually told her that I forgive her and that we're going to work through this together. So
it is a pretty. Does it have any leaves left?
Snapped off. It's just a stump.
Snapped right off the top.
He's pulling a Pomeri move, and he's
I'm looking at your picture again, and
he's going to do 2 dragons.
Well,
with the offender in the background.
It's so upsetting. So anyway, but we'll see.
Sweet boy.
It was a rough start. It was a rough start for Josh because I called him because my wife had told me that my papaya had got delivered, and I was in San Antonio for another 2 days. And I called Josh like, "Hey, has your papaya got delivered?" He goes, "I don't think so." And he goes, "Let me check my Ring camera." And he goes to his Ring camera. And he goes, "Good Lord." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "The dude threw it like 6 feet." Like he slammed the papaya.
Oh my God.
It's on his Ring camera. Like
maybe it was pre-broken. See, you never know.
It was a fracture.
It was vulnerable.
But
I didn't think it would get here that fast. And I was sitting up here doing homework, and I just heard very lightly a box get sat on the porch. And I was like, I'm not expecting anything. And then I went out there to look the next time I went down, and luckily I did because the plant was sitting there.
Right?
Sitting on the porch. Like,
well, shout out to Logis anyway. Thank you very much for sending us send us papayas. Is it It's Logis, right? Logis.
I believe it's Logis, not Logis. I believe.
Dang it.
I watched a few videos to
Say it
confirm
wrong,
on their channel.
I thought it was Logis, like Scottish, like Logis.
I said Logis. My bad. That's
sure a lot of people say Logis. So
yeah. Great.
But anyway, that's what's going on with me. Let's move on from the papaya disaster. But
the papayas of your prayers.
Yes, thank you. We have our fall festival coming up here in my local community garden, which I help out with. So I'm going to be speaking in that, and I'm traveling to Tennessee to visit a really cool farm I've been working with, learning about regenerative agriculture, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And so I've got that coming up here in October. And yeah, just been doing some interviews with people that are sort of like not gardening people. They're like health and wellness, but sort of overlap with gardening. So that's been a fun branching off that I've been trying out lately. So yeah, that's what's going on with me.
I love it.
That's super cool. Yeah, the regenerative agriculture is amazing.
I know, I agree.
It's wild. The difference in yield is substantial versus traditional agriculture. Like literally 6 times the measured nutrients in the plants that you eat from that versus the other method.
What?
And
It's crazy.
And how many copper rods do you have to add?
Every 2 feet, you need a copper rod.
What do you think the major difference is, though?
It is the animals and the rotational grazing. And you never leave the soil bare for any amount of time. So the soil is always covered all the time. Have you seen them where they push the plants over and then plant in it? Like that's the type of stuff that they do. They never leave the ground uncovered.
It's some Joel Salatin stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. It's changed the way I think about it.
How far is his farm from y'all? He's in North Carolina, right? Or is he in Virginia?
I think he's in Virginia, isn't he?
Yeah. I think so. Look, I want to go check it out. That'd be a good spot to go, Josh.
Yeah, I'd love to visit there.
Des,
Yeah.
what do you got going on?
What do I got? Oh my gosh, so much school though. Yeah. You know, like honestly, it's eating me for lunch every single day, 365, 24/7, all day. Like I literally will come up here at 8:30 in the morning and just do homework until dinner. I've got so much going on.
Yeah.
I've got a scientific lab I've got to start here soon, so I'm going to be doing that. But also I am going to be working on my houseplants that are outside to get them inside, and I'm going to be repotting that papaya and setting it up here with a grow light. So mine is going to be in the house with a grow light rather than in the greenhouse. So we're going to see. It may not do well, but I also have a skylight that I can stick it under. And beyond that, I'm just trying to do my best. And that's what I've got going on. Hopefully I'm going to get out there and start doing some fall turnover for the vegetable garden, and I'll be sharing that. I'm hoping I can get out there this weekend and do that because I think it's finally time, but it's been so hot.
Well, it's time to start growing inside the house. More inside the house.
My fig sticks, I don't think I will be going this weekend, unless by some miracle I wake up at the crack of dawn on Saturday morning and drive out there.
No pressure.
No
You got a
worries,
lot
no
going
worries.
on.
Mr. Phil, what you got, brother? I'm gonna share a link for Earth Nails and Tails, not Earth Nails and Snails, earthnailsandtails.com.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing, I mean, kind of rolled into the garlic stuff. Josh, I don't know if you planned that or not, but yeah,
I did. I researched and I was like, man, he's a master garlic grower. This is
I love it.
Clovey one Kenobi stuff.
It's so fun though. Like, just went from starting like 4 years ago growing garlic to now. It's just like now I literally grow all of the garlic that I can ever use. It's so fun. And it's like, as you said, keeping the soil planted is one of the most important things to grow a thriving garden. And it doesn't necessarily have to be cover crops, right? As long as you're planting in the ground and you keep putting energy into the soil, it's going to be better. So that's one of the reasons why I love garlic, is because you can use that space that you wouldn't normally be using in the winter and keep things going. So yeah, the big thing that I have coming up on Monday is the garlic growing masterclass, and it is inside of my paid community, but I do have a 7-day trial. So even if you sign up at some point this week, you can go to the masterclass for free, test it out, see if you like it. If you like it, you could stay. If not, it's all good. You learn something about the garden, and that's what I'm all about. Putting out free content all the time on Instagram, everything across channels. And then I've been really trying to do a YouTube video every single week this year, which I got pretty close. But things are obviously waning out now because winter's coming. But it was really good, highly productive year, and I'm excited for next year.
Good.
That's awesome, man.
That's
All
impressive.
good things.
Totally impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I have to say I could not do it without my wife. She's a huge support system. So
My wife.
yeah.
Love it. Yes. Thank God.
Team effort.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
It would be impossible for any of us to get done without our spouse.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's a totally true. But always a pleasure, Phil. Always a pleasure, Phil. We will be running around Houston for the next couple of days doing some stuff.
We'll be driving. We don't need to run.
Yeah, we're not doing any running for sure.
We might.
It's too hot for running, man. But we are doing Pigtoberfest. It's Saturday, 8 to noon. If you want to come hang out, we'll see you over there in Angleton, Texas. I shared the Facebook link for the event. If you still want to come and set the table, we'll see you there. You got to bring your own table and everything like that, because I've got 2 and I'm using them. I will have Desert Roses, and my wife will be running the merch table and all that good stuff. So come on by. Lots of cool speakers from AgriLife plus Phil. What is your talk going to be over this year again?
Propagation. Because there's more than one way to propagate a fig, but there's a lot of great ways to hedge your success.
Yes. So fantastic. We're really excited to see
I don't have
everybody on
swag.
Saturday. Maybe next year we can get some more people. I think the Fig Hunter wants to come next year. Maybe we can get Josh and Phil to come down too. That'd be a lot of fun. So
Yeah, if I know ahead of time, that would be cool to plan. I would love to.
Yeah. Hey, depending on how Saturday goes, we'll keep doing it every year. We'll see. So
Yeah.
awesome, guys. Well, thank you all so much for being here, and we will see you next week on the garden party. We got to close it out with old Craig. Here we go. 1, 2.
This is the garden party, and we want a garden party with you. We talk about the plants we grow and some things you might not know. The garden party.